What's up, Reddit? This is Marco Marone. We're jumping into some super people here. You can find this game on Steam. You just gotta request access. Definitely a fun game. I've been hooked on it. Um, it's a BR. It's really fun. Definitely check it out. Alright, so driving on this building, we did notice there was a guy in the sky to our left. So I try and keep people's location in mind where they're going. Just to have bigger, better intel on the battlefield. So we got an AK-47. Right now, checking every room and stuff like that to make sure there's no good gear I'm missing. I'm pretty sure gear is just kind of randomly throughout the whole area. I don't think there's any Pacifics. We just picked up a capsule. This is huge. That allows us to upgrade our perks on the right hand, the bottom right hand side. Like right now, we just leveled up. Actually, so our AK gets 30% extra damage now if we're using that weapon, which we are. So that's huge, especially early on.
Survival bonus.
So basically, I'm trying to keep myself, whenever I'm running through these areas, I try and look around and see if there's anything nearby. Try and just stay vigilant. Especially on a big map like this. And we got lucky here. It's a purple armor that's going to help us a lot in the later game, for sure. And the nice thing about this game, they have a crafting system. Which allows you to actually get kitted as you're, going through and surviving. So you can't, it's not like other BRs where you get to the end and the other person has like a way better weapon than you. Generally, you're all pretty, I wouldn't say even, but you're a lot more, you have a higher chance to actually win the game because of the situation. You're not going to be in the last circle with, the lowest armor you could, where you get hit once, you're dead. So it's definitely nice, and I don't think I've seen it in a game BR-wise do this. So it's definitely a different kind of style. So one thing I would do for sure when you walk in a building is check your corners. I didn't quite do that. It was a small enough room I could see everything, but definitely check your corners. We're going to learn that. It's smart to do here.
Survival bonus.
I hear a guy to my left here. He's going to barge in this door, I bet.
Acquired.
Personal supplies has arrived.
There it is. He didn't check his right side. Got him. He's down.
First blood.
Nice. He's like, this guy just gave us a bunch of good gear, too. So now we can loot him up and keep moving forward. Once again, I always try and grab crafting supplies, too. Just once again, our snipers are leveled up. Our AK still green, so getting all that stuff will allow us to actually upgrade our weapons to get a higher grade. Now the big thing to notice is when you're actually crafting these items to improve your actual gear, other players can actually hear you hitting this anvil. I actually played one game where I heard some dude and I kind of got his general location and ended up taking him out because of that. So definitely be careful when you're doing that, but it's definitely something you want to do for sure to kind of keep yourself in the game for future circles. So here, I'm right now kind of looking around to see if I can get some more intel on the area. This is kind of a good and bad thing. Pros and cons, once again, I can get sniped right here. I mean, there's one guy, which I think we'll see later on, who's an actual sniper class, or skill-based, and he could headshot you in one, and you're done. So that's good and bad, because I'm getting intel on if there's anyone near me, but I could easily get sniped or shot at, and, lose health or get killed. So, pros and cons. Be smart with that kind of stuff. So here I'm peeking in to kind of see if there's anyone in there. This game has a nice little like left and right where you can kind of peek left or right. It's super nice. I love it. It's definitely a nice thing to have in these type of games. Kind of gives you more of a tactical edge, kind of like Siege.
Quick fix acquired.
So as you pick these capsules up, as you can see, they'll boost your perks on the bottom right. So this is good to help you get in a better state. Because those perks do help you out a lot. I think one perk decreases headshot damage by like 20%, that's pretty pretty big.
Commando crawl acquired.
And one thing I try and do is I try and stay crouched as much as possible. It kind of decreases the sound level. There also is a way you can actually silence your footsteps like really well, but you walk really slow. I think it's if you press control as you're walking
Survival
or running.
bonus.
You'll actually slow down a lot, but you're not making as much noise with your feet. So
Tomahawk acquired.
super helpful if you're moving in a position you know someone's at and you want to kind of get the edge on them. I almost dropped my good armor. So a good thing to do is when you're crafting, kind of getting your gear back up to par. I always check the map, just kind of get an idea where I'm at, make sure I'm not going to be stuck in circle. This situation here, I can get a blue helmet or a purple backpack. I would recommend doing the headshot, or doing the helmet, because you can decrease the chance of getting headshotted immediately. So future me would not upgrade the backpack because I already had a good one, so I didn't really need anything better than that currently. So I would definitely recommend doing, you know, armor above backpack. Unless you have a lot of craft materials, then you're good to go. One thing to do is definitely, when you're going upstairs, definitely try and peek them a little bit, because you can actually get taken out pretty quickly. You saw me before, kind of walking up the stairs slow and kind of looking up. Definitely give you an edge, and hopefully you're not going to get shot. This is a great example right here. So now I can actually get my sniper to blue, which is going to give increased damage and probably other attributes too. So right here, I'm actually peeking the window to see if anyone's nearby, because I hadn't heard anything for a while. So I have an idea where I'm going to move. And here is actually my ability that my soldier has. I'm able to teleport in that certain radius. It's super good. The only thing I recommend is putting a ping down where you want to go, but obviously this radius is a lot smaller. So where your ping is may not be within that radius, so what you want to do is kind of point yourself in the right direction. Keep that in mind, and then kind of put yourself forward a little bit.
Defensive thinking acquired.
This is also great for taking high ground, or for just disengaging a fight if you want to kind of escape. Now, I don't recommend doing this. I do try and take a shot. I was feeling lucky, but it didn't quite work out. If I had a better scope, if I actually had a sniper scope, I probably could have got a hit on that guy, but really in this situation, he's so far away. It's kind of hard to say if I would recommend doing that again. So the cool thing too is in this game, throughout the game, you have helicopters come through. Oh, that's a blueprint too. You can get those to actually build your own weapon that gives it a different attribute. But these helicopters roll through and they'll drop in like unique gear you can't really bring in or find on the ground, and they'll give you like an increased better armor, some really nice attachments. They'll even give you like a ghillie suit, which is really cool. So now I'm checking. I know we're not quite in circle yet, so I know for a fact there's probably someone pushing from my rear. So I kind of try and keep that in mind. Kind of keep myself covered and kind of get a view on someone beforehand. Now, I don't think I noticed this person right off the bat, but there's a slight movement there, which I just noticed it there and I took cover. So there he is. Now I see this guy running, so I take shots on him. You can also go first person, super helpful if you're kind of closer. He gets some really good hits to me there. So I'm going to try and frag him out. Doing that will give me time to actually reset and re-heal up. He's going to try and dodge a grenade. He's going to maneuver out. So he's going to push my right side here. So we traded shots. So once again, we're really, he's got the low ground, but he has cover. I also have the tree. Trees are huge in this game. They will really save you all the time. So we trade out some more shots. He tries to frag me out, so at this rate, I'm going to back up and try and disengage and get a better angle on this guy. And whenever you're doing this, try and not keep your back to someone for so long, because they could easily just push you and just take you out really quickly. Take a shot on him. Keep the pressure on him. Really good hit on him. So this is a great example of an aggressive manner to use the ability. So I teleport, get right behind him and I light him up. A lot of damage. He's not even realizing I'm behind him yet. I'm able to get a lot of good hits in here. Take him out. Huge, really good play there on my part. I was super proud of myself there. That was awesome. So in this situation, he had an M14 that was heroic. It's pretty sweet.
Survival
Definitely recommend
bonus.
doing that if you don't have anything else good. But
Headstrong
since I already have my
acquired.
perks fully upgraded and the AK is my main weapon to use, it gives me 30% damage. I probably should have kept the AK instead of the M14. I realized that I want to do that, so I come back, trade out the AK, trade out the M14 for my AK, and carry on. Especially now, because now I'm upgrading. Once again, crafting in this game is awesome. It literally gives you an edge in combat. So in this situation, I'm upgrading my AK because I know I'm going to be getting in closer fights than I would be at long range. So the sniper is not really a priority for me in this situation. The good thing is it worked anyways, because I had enough material on me to actually craft up and make my sniper purple too. So I'm going to give both those weapons increased damage. So it worked out in the end. But like I said, when you get closer and you're like, there's only like 7 people left right now, it's better to have, an assault rifle or an SMG, because generally you're going to be a lot better, closer fights. Pretty sure this is a bot, because if this is an actual person, they'd be moving a lot more. So I'm assuming this game may have bots in place either to help gauge your player skill or to just kind of keep the servers full. And I somehow just keep woofing these shots, like so bad. Finally get a good hit there. And he's down. So that
Kill bonus.
is a great example of what not to do. We're on a hilltop. We're on the side of a hill. Circle's pretty big still. Me being in engagement for that long and shooting that much is going to give people my position, which, as you notice, I got shot at right there. So doing that, when you're playing this game, you just want to keep your engagements quick and quiet if you can, which really shooting things you really can't keep quiet, but do your best to, and just make it quick so you can actually maneuver out so people can't get the get your location and get shots on you. Right here, another good play on myself. I'm actually using a third-person view I'm fully covered from my front. I know there's a guy that way, so I use the third person to see if there's anyone up there. Pros and cons again. There was a bush behind me, so I did have my back covered, but you could probably still see me, so I could get shot in the back if there's someone. If I didn't clear my backside there, so definitely pros and cons again, but I kind of had an idea where someone was, so it was a good play. So once again, I'm keeping eyes on that hilltop because I know there's people up there, because I got shot at from there. And here, so I'm actually using a window to see if there's in there. There's no one in there, so we're good to go. Now I'm really kind of playing circle here. I'm kind of keeping my back to an area where there's probably not going to be anybody because there's gas and water. So in this game, you don't really want to be treading in water for too long because it slows you down and you can't shoot. So it's really not a good place to be in. This is what I was talking about earlier, where you have these helicopters come in, they drop in supply crates, which allow you to pick up, you know, some really nice gear, and once again, weapons that you can't actually get on floor loot, or if you craft up a weapon in the actual crafting system inside the game in the menus. So once again, I'm looking at this and I'm like, all right, that's pretty cool. It's an ACR, but I still have the perk where my AK is much better to have. Doing those, it does pop up red smoke, so when you're looting those, you want to be really quick about it because people are going to be seeing those, they're going to target those, and sometimes they'll actually trap them in a sense where they'll be, you know, close by and try and, you know, puppy guard them. So I heard the shots again. I heard some guys trading shots over here. So what I'm doing is I'm maneuvering in to see if I can actually get a third-party hit on this guy. Here we got him at right. Don't really know where he is yet. Once again, crouching, kind of keep my movement quiet. Just see him there. He's got some really good hits on him. He gets a really good hit on me. This is where I use my ability to disengage. So I was hurt bad, and I did a lot of damage to that guy. So they're going to continue to trade shots, and I maybe I'll go back and heal up. So I heard this guy on my left. He's just sniping in the corner there. He's gone. So now this is a 1v1. So we know where that guy is. We had a general location where he is. He kind of has an idea where we are because we shot. So even though, once again, you have a silencer, it doesn't really, like, it's not like you can't hear the shot. You can still hear a slate. It's just muffled a little bit. So you can still hear it pretty well. And being that close, he could definitely hear it. So he has an idea where I am. He gets hits, he gets shots on me. I move back behind the rock, get more cover. Now he dropped a precision strike on me. Try and kill me, but it hit the top of the rock and not where I was on my level. So it didn't do any damage. So I didn't see him left side, so I'm assuming he's moving right because the storm's there. So he wouldn't really push left. There's not a lot of cover there. There's a lot more cover here. So I saw a little bit of movement here, a little bit of shadowing. It just looked out of place for me, so I kind of looked right there. Now he dropped his precision strike again. Once again, didn't do any damage to me somehow. Gets really good hits on me here. And this is where I make a choice. I healed up. That could have been terrible if he pushed me really hard. Trade a lot of shots here. This is where it got really intense. We're both trying to win. We're both pretty weak. Now he pushes me hard, like a hard push. Hope we were able to actually push him off. Now right here, I would have reloaded. I had 4 shots. I would have lost, but the storm got him. Definitely good plays. It was such a good game. At that rate, this was probably my kill PR back then, but I'm pretty sure I've gotten more now. I would have had 5, but that I didn't get the kill for the storm kill. But still, great game. I would definitely check it out. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll talk to you all later. Peace.